Hey guys, I'm Bella, the maker mama boss lady behind Fiber and Fox, and this is episode 30 of my podcast. It took me a couple weeks to record it, but here we are again. Welcome. If it's your first time, thank you for joining me. I'm Bella. Like I said, I'm a crochet designer, and we talk a little bit of knitting and basically whatever I've been doing with yarn. And yeah, if you're returning, thanks for always coming back. I appreciate you guys a lot. Everything you need to know about me is linked down below, all the website, social media, and the like, and there's also a link to show notes over on my blog for anything that I mentioned, be it my designs, yarns, patterns, all the things. So today we have a giveaway winner. I'm going to announce that at the end, so stay tuned if you had entered in episode 29 for the yarn and pattern and stickers. I will announce that in a little bit. And yeah, let's jump right in. Admin section, I don't have a ton other than there's a giveaway winner, and I'll announce it at the end. Yeah, I've just been really busy with behind the scenes bits of rebranding. The initial rebrand happened in the middle of March. We're about a month out now. And it's just been all the, I think last time, yes, because last week I did a video on all of my spring summer patterns. And at that point, all the patterns had all been rebranded and re-uploaded to Etsy and Ravelry. So those are all redone on Etsy and Rav. So yeah, go check those out. Links below. And since then, I also got all of the images on my blog updated, like the Pinterest images, the pretty little collages and whatnot, all said bellascustomcrochets.com on the bottom. So those now all say Fiber and Fox, and that was a process because I have, I think, close to like 80 posts or something at this point, which, you know, isn't a ton, but when you have to redo every single image, and I realized that some of them I hadn't saved the originals, so I had to like do some stuff and make them work. But yeah, that was a lot. So those are all updated, and I think I went through and updated as I was doing that the various times that I may have mentioned Bella's Custom Crochets or any pertinent links or whatnot, but yeah, it should be updated at this point. I probably missed something because there's a lot, but that should be good. So I need to now go and do all the Pinterest repinning. But if you happen to be on my page and you see something you like, whether you're going to make it now or later or read it now or later, pinning is always super helpful to any blogger. Pinterest is a huge traffic source, and yeah. So I would appreciate if you pin all the things. I'm really bad at Pinterest. My next goal is to tackle Tailwind. I don't know if any of you guys use Tailwind, but it's like a scheduling Pinterest conquering tool app. Website thing, subscription. I don't know. I just don't know because I'm bad at Pinterest. But yeah, that's my next goal. If you have any tips, hit me up because I need to get good at Pinterest. So that's next on my to-do list. We're working on the blog monetization is kind of underway, so that's exciting because that's been a long time coming. What else have I been doing? Got a new newsletter format or new newsletter provider host. Switched over from MailChimp to MailerLite, and I like it much better. So that's been awesome. What else have I been doing? So many things. Had some issues with Ravelry when I changed the PayPal, but I think we've sorted those out. There's a lot that goes in behind the scenes on the rebrand stuff. A lot. And I know I keep saying that. Oh my goodness, it's so much more than I would have thought. I haven't even been in business for like a super long time, but there was a lot. So I'm still just in the process of any place that I am online, just making sure everything is cohesive. But I think we're getting close now, which is exciting because I want to get back to designing, which will roll right into the design section. I don't have anything to show you this week. Rainbow shawl still sitting up there, still doesn't have an edge on it because I just need to sit down and do like some final math on getting that edging on there and then just type up. I have the drafted pattern. I just need to type up the actual pattern and put some pretty pictures in and that sort of thing. But I have just been doing 80 blog posts and other not fun creative stuff, just admin-y computer stuff. And today my daughter was like, no, don't play with your laptop, play with me. And I was like, okay, sorry. But yeah, I don't really love the computer side of things. But it's necessary. When you run your own business, you have to be all the things, basically. So I think I'm definitely making progress, and that's exciting. So new design stuff should be coming at you soon. But like I said, there's a video from last week. I think it's called like my springtime crochet faves or something. I'll link it in the little up there. A video of all the spring and summer patterns that I have currently in my line. my line. I'm fancy. So if you're interested in any warm weather type crochet, and these are pieces that can be worn year round, but lighter weights. There's a cat. Hi, cat. Lighter weight stuff. There's also a small bug flying around, if you can see that. That's great. My husband's trying to lure the cat. Might be unsuccessful. So yeah, anyway. That's that design section. Ta-da. Finished object-wise, I feel like this is probably the strangest sampling of finished objects that you've probably seen on this. Just projects in general. This last couple weeks have been weird because, again, the designs have been on the back burner and I haven't had the brain space to even do anything. Like, I don't have any garments on of any kind, knit or crochet, going right now. Not even for my daughter. So it's basically been socks. It's been a lot of knit socks. And then I was, a couple episodes back, mentioned I'm part of a crochet, they call them life groups, like a small group at my church. A couple ladies who crocheted and have similar aged kids. We decided we'd have a crochet small group. And instead of just all hanging out crocheting together, which, you know, I was all for, we decided to do something like a outreach type, or something we could gift with the crocheting. So we decided that we were going to do face scrubbies for all the mothers in the church for Mother's Day. So we are, I forgot the exact name of the pattern, but it's by Cozy Rosie UK. And I will link it in the show notes, but we have been making little face scrubby rounds. They're super simple, like takes no brain space. So I've been cranking these out. Super simple little crochet scrubbies. And one of these, like start to finish, and sewn in, everything takes me like 5 minutes. So I wanted to mention them again, even though it's not something I'm normally working on. Because they do make great gifts. And if you're looking for a Mother's Day gift, or even maybe like a graduation, like anybody that washes their face, any humans, these are really sweet. They're 100% cotton. We've just been using to be, you know, gifting friendly, 100% cotton mainstays. I believe this is just a Walmart brand. The leader of the group's been buying it. But yeah, so we're doing them in like 3 or 4 different colors. It's a worsted weight cotton and from Walmart. And I think it's like less than $2 a skein or something. So great if you want to make. I think I've made about 70. I think overall, well, originally the number kept changing because the amount of women coming in person to our church has been changing because of the Rona. So it started out with a smaller number, and then that number kind of doubled, and then they kind of like bumped that number up again. And this wasn't like a required thing. Obviously, we're doing it as a gift, so it's one of those you get what you get and you don't get upset kind of things. But we started out like with this lofty goal of we're gonna make 3 for every mom. And then one of our ladies had a baby, and then one of our ladies kind of fizzled out on the crocheting. So now it's just me and this other lady who's running it. And so now we're like, if you get 2, that's awesome. We're going to shoot for 2, but everybody might be getting 1. Because, yeah, the number kept going up and the amount of people crocheting kept going down. So, yeah. But if you need to make like 260 facial scrubbies, this is a great pattern to do it. Yeah, they're really sweet puff stitches. And I believe, yeah, there's a video tutorial for these as well. I couldn't remember because we looked at a couple. But yes, I will link all of that in the show notes. Really simple, quick, easy gift. I have this whole like stack of them. And I got all my ends sewn in and I feel very accomplished. So we're going to package them up and make them all cute. And I think we're doing like candies and some other self-carry things in the little gift package. So that's sweet. I like free gifts as a mama, so I'm cool with that. And that is the only crocheting that I have to show you, right? Yes. Yes. The only crochet that I have to show you is some face scrubby rounds, which is kind of pitiful from a fairly advanced crochet designer, but that's okay. I fixed 80 blog posts. But I have been doing socks. So I have some socks to show you that you've seen before that I finished. These are what I was calling my kettle corn socks. There's no pattern for them. In the last couple show notes, I have put the like recipe of how I did them. But it's like a 2x2 rib. I think I was doing 2x2 ribbing for like 4 rows. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to not cover my face. 2x2 ribbing for about 4 rows, and then I think I did 1 row of stockinette and then like alternated the ribbing. So I started out purl 2, knit 2, 1 row stockinette, and then knit 2, purl 2, basically. Slip stitch heel, standard stockiness. A little bit shorter than my average. These are both scraps from other projects. This is Meteor Shower by Lane & Lotus, and this is Salted Caramel by Lane & Lotus. This was left over from my Lip Hoof sweater, and this was left over from, like, I think I've worked this into at least 3 pairs of socks now, so that was a very well-loved skein. So I like these a lot. I'm a little nervous about the light colored sock, but we will, not that like I live a filthy life or anything, but most of my socks probably hide a little more grunge than these will, but I think they look pretty. So those I got done. And then I was like, I have no mental capacity for anything but some like stockinette socks. So I made some super long, super stripy, super fun, super scrappy vanilla socks. Oh my goodness, I love them even more on camera. I don't feel like taking those off the blocker, so just know that these are super cute and they don't match. And I love them. If I already didn't have a cover photo, that would be it. But these are just vanilla socks. For the heels, toes, and cuff, I use Pattons Corey. I think the colors, I always flip-flop it. It's either flax or linen, one or the other. And then everything else was just scraps. I have this little basket. That was some good pointing. That basket back there is my fingering weight scraps. And a lot of these were from a Hope in a Future wrap, but some of these were some other randoms. Some were from the Lip Hoof, and then just some other shenanigans that I had in there. But I forget how many. I think it did like 85 rows or 75 rows, something really long for the leg. And yeah, just really fun, really scrappy. I tried for the first time, he calls it the Weave Steven, the Steven West method of like catching your ends or like sewing in your ends, weaving. It's not even really weaving in. Securing your ends as you go. I will link the tutorial for that. I'm not 100% sold on it. I have previously, it's basically the same, it's not super different, done the, I don't think she has a name for it, but Hey Brown Berry, Mars has a video on how to do the same, like, secure your ends so you don't have to weave them all in later, because scrappy socks, it's a pain if you have to weave in that many ends times like 2. So all of my ends are in here and they're like secured, but some of them, it may have been user error. I did not secure as well. And because I was doing scrappy, all the ends aren't in like the same place. I was like, I'm just going to use as much of this yarn as I can. So the ends are literally all over the place. Let me see if I can show you. So it creates like this little tiny bit of a ridge. But I put it on my foot and you can't really feel it. And I think they're pretty secure because you work it over like, I think Steven suggests like 8 to 10 stitches. And some I did more, some I did less. None of it's very exact. But yeah, in theory, like this one's a little funky. I didn't do some of them good. In theory, I should be able to clip all of the ends. You just have to sew in the end for the toe and the end for where you started. But the rest of them you just catch as you go, and I'm really kind of terrified to cut them off. But they're supposed to be secure. I've done this one other time with Mars's tutorial, and those turned out okay. But this one, trying to find a spot where it went weird. The tension's just a little weird because all the yarns were different, but maybe this one was better. I don't know. There was just like some spots where it like puckered and did, I don't know if you can tell because they're not on a blocker, but some like weird tension things like right there. That's just like kind of funny. Weird tension things happen, and then there was a couple spots where I ended up with like actual holes because I like brought the yarn in the wrong direction or something, like right here. You can see right there. So I can, at that point, I'll just go in with those ends and just kind of weave those in a little better. But there was definitely some spots where like the tension did like funny things, and I don't know if that was me, because I am not as masterful of an end catcher as Steven West. I don't know. It's a sock, so I'm not super concerned about it, but I don't want any like gaping spots. So I'm gonna fix those up and then trim all those ends off, and it's gonna be so satisfying because there's so many of them. So these are my super long, super scrappy, super not going to wear them until winter, but very excited about that. Scrappy vanilla socks. And they go so fast when you're doing, if you want to get into sock knitting and you're worried you're going to like lose your sock mojo or whatever it is people say. I don't know what that is, but if you're doing either self-striping or something, anything striped, it's so addicting to like be like, ooh, I'm gonna get to the next stripe. Ooh, I'm gonna get to the next stripe. And these, I didn't know how long the stripes were gonna be because I was just kind of using up the yarn and trying to kind of sort of divide it evenly so I'd have a little bit of each color in each sock. But yeah, it goes really quick. And I made them like way longer than my average pair of socks. And I think I took 8 days to make both. And that wasn't even like knitting a lot. So yeah, those went really quick. So those are my finished objects. Kind of a weird sampling of finished objects for the week, since you've last seen me, but that's what I got. For whips, I also have socks. It's been like a 3-pair sock month, guys. These, I have mixed feelings on. Oh, let me get these needles so they don't fall out. They're at a weird spot because I just turned I'm still working on the gusset. Okay, so these, ooh, this is not showing up good. Okay, so these, I was looking for a pair of slip stitch socks because I wanted to do something like either, I think it's called mosaic when you're slipping, like, you know, Andrea West, or not Andrea West. Andrea Mowry. That's a funny combo. It does a lot of like slip stitch patterns and knitting, and I don't know, I think it's really cool. These, I have no idea how I got the pattern, but I was searching Ravelry for slip stitch patterns, and then I realized I already had this one in my I don't even know, it was in my Ravelry library, in my my Google Drive. So I have like a whole folder of sock patterns. I don't know if I paid for this. I don't know if it's a free pattern. I'll put it in the show notes. A lot of times Emily of A Rambling Yarn sends me, like, people are doing like a promotional free pattern. She'll be like, ooh, free pattern day. And then we both grab it. So I'm guessing that's where this came from because I don't know where else I got this pattern. It's by, they're called the tesseller socks. Is that even a word? Like tessellation? Like spaced out polygons, I think is what tessellation means, something like that. But the tesseller, I'm not sure. There's fuzzies. Tesseller socks. So it's got like this honeycomb slip stitch action going on. So you're working with 2 different color yarns. I'll tell you about those in a second. And you're like slip stitching. I'm not going to give you too much detail because I'm really not sure if this was a free pattern or not. But you're only ever working with 1 yarn at a time. So it's not really color work. But it still creates a nice thick cushy sock. And then the foot is going to be, it's just got, I think they call it like fleas in color work, where it's just like the little lice, fleas. I'm not up on my color work terms, but this is working 2 color work where you're just doing, it's like a 1x1 in the black, and then this other sock yarn that I have. So I really loved the pattern photo. I don't know if I love this version. I feel like my slip stitches, you can see all these spots like where there's like little dots of like the other color peeping through, and I feel like I did something wrong there. Like it should just be straight black in the black parts, and there shouldn't be like little peeps of the other color. But that's what we got. The heel flap, I didn't mess with, but it's not a slip stitch. You can't tell because it's black yarn, but it's not a slip stitch heel. It's just a stockinette heel, which I've never done before. I think it's going to hold up fine. The black is Pattons Corey. In the color, probably just black. Do you have a name? Pattons Corey in the color Coal. Of course it has to have a name. Pattons Corey in the color Coal. Pattons Corey is a sock yarn, but these are both commercially available. I think this one's from Joanne or something. But it leans more towards a sport weight. It's a little heavier, so I usually use, 2.25? And these are 2.5. So US 1, these are US 1.5s. So I bump up when I'm using Pattons Corey, and usually when I do that, I go down to 56 stitches because I usually do a 60 or 64 stitch sock depending on the sock pattern. But the pattern is only written for one size, and I wasn't sure about, it has like the stitch multiple in there, but I was worried about messing with it because I've never done this business before. And I didn't really want to have to think about hacking the pattern, so I did what was called for in the pattern. You cast on 64 and then you go up to 66, but this is in a larger yarn and a larger needle size than I usually use. The color work does tighten it up a little bit, but this is probably going to be a pretty cushy boot sock. For me, it's definitely thicker than the average sock that I knit because of the stranded color work here, and then like the slip stitches definitely don't have as much stretch to them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to keep going because it's kind of fun. But I don't know. if I love them. I really like the pattern photo. And in the pattern photo, it looked like the heel was like a ribbed heel. Like not a slip stitch, but like a 1x1 or 2x2 ribbing. But then it was just stockinette in the pattern. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's got these cute little color works on the bottom of the heel turn there. And then yeah, the whole foot's just going to be worked in this little speckly fleet pattern. This is a really awkward shape to show as a sock, but I'll show you next time. The other yarn that I'm using, I don't know if it's discontinued. Did I use the label? Oh no, I haven't. I don't know if it's discontinued. I don't know how or why it came to be where it was, but my mom found it at Dollar Tree, like for $1. And it is sock yarn. It's Premier Serenity sock, which I believe Joanne did carry. I don't know if Joanne still carries or if they just discontinued this one, but she found just this color at the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree sometimes has yarn, but it's usually their own line. So it was unusual to have something else. The color is chili, which makes literally no sense because what about this looks like chili like meat chili? Yeah, it's spelled like meat chili. Not like chili pepper or the country chili. So I have no idea why you would name it that, unless you're making chili out of blueberries and kale. Which is, you know, kind of what I eat for breakfast. Yeah, so it's these two colors, which turns into this. So I was kind of hoping for less purpley pink and more green and blue, but there's a lot of purpley pink, which again, I think makes me not love them because I don't really love that shade. But yeah, I think this turned out okay. I'm just not sure if they're going to fit me. I'm not sure if I'm going to like them, but I'm going to make them because I need something to do. The only thing that I changed, I think I did everything to pattern other than there was supposed to be one more repeat of this honeycomb business after the heel onto the foot. And it just kind of got complicated carrying the colors and keeping track and whatnotting. So I changed that. And then like there's weird spots because you're doing the gusset decreases where like the color work, I don't know if you can see like right there, there's two little fleas or whatever they're called. So like the pattern says like try to maintain this dot pattern as best you can or something. So it's not perfect because as you're decreasing, you're like losing the 1x1 color alternate. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But again, they're socks, so it's going to be okay. But yeah, that's what I have been working on. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll be working on some crocheting and some designing because the stash is getting stressful. I don't like to have too much stash. I'm going to show you about more stash. So yeah, we need to get on that. That's the whip section. Acquirings. I've acquired more than I intended to acquire. But let me show you these first. I have acquired, I feel like I've arrived, guys. I've made it. I have stickers. You saw them in the cover photo. Look at these stickers. Look at these stickers. So obviously it's the logo. I don't know what this hand up here is doing. Don't look at that hand. Are you focusing? Are you even trying? You're not trying. Okay. So it's my logo on a sticker. I believe these are 3x3. That's what I ordered. I ordered just a handful of them. Just a little gathering of stickers. I'm going to be putting one in the giveaway. Surprise, that wasn't in there originally. So giveaway is going to get one of these. Probably going to keep one for me. And then the rest are going up in my Etsy shop. So I will list those hopefully by the time this podcast goes live so I can link them for you. They are, I believe, it's called weather. So you could like put them on a bumper sticker. Weatherproof and dishwasher proof. And they're from the same company that I get that, the stickers that are in the giveaway from Block 21 Prints, who makes the most top quality stickers. It's from the same company that she gets hers from. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with them. They're really nice, thick, stickers. Who doesn't want stickers? I'm tempted to just stick these. If my laptop wasn't already completely covered, I would just like wallpaper my laptop with all of these and all of you would get none. But I can order more. So we're going to see how this goes, and I might do some later with just the logo part and not the text. And yeah, play around with that. But I thought that would be a fun little rebrand promotional situation. So I'm going to put those up in the Etsy shop. That's going to be the only item in my Etsy shop that isn't a pattern, but that's the shop I have for right now. So I'm going to put them up there and yeah, ship those out to you guys if you're interested. Let me know if you are interested. If you want me to order more stickers or different stickers. I love stickers so much. So I'm excited to have those. And then I acquired so much yarn and I didn't mean to. Can you hear me whispering? Yeah, so there's going to be a vlog coming, so I'm not going to go into the detail on what the yarn is because the vlog, hopefully next Friday. The recording schedule's been a little iffy. My husband's in a master's program and he's doing finals the next couple weeks, or like final projects and finals, and I edit the videos. Well, I record in his office because right now it's our office because we demolished the other office. We had 2 extra bedrooms. So we originally had 2 offices. We're currently a shared office. So I can't record during the day because he works from home. And then with his school and stuff, I can't edit on his computer. He has like a beast of a Megadesk computer. So it's way easier to edit on his like, what's it, like 53-inch screen, some nonsense curved, amazing tech genius stuff screen. It's way easier to edit on his computer than it is on my tiny laptop. So yeah, can't edit with the editing program until he is not taking and studying for finals. Not in that order. He's going to study and then take his finals. So hopefully, all that to say, next weekend or next Friday, I will have a vlog for you of local yarn store day. So you probably saw, if you've been following my Instagram, that local yarn store day has happened. There's going to be a bit of crinkling. I apologize. Local yarn store day occurred, and it's a, I don't know if it's worldwide. I know it's a US thing. Let me know down below if you have local yarn store day, but it's typically in the spring. I have one other vlog that I will doodly do up there for you from last year's LYS day, but that was in September. I was trying to think because I was like, I feel like we just did LYS day, but I think it was in September because they rescheduled it because April, the world was looking really crazy last year. So I think LYS Day is always in the spring, maybe, possibly. But yeah, it was last weekend, April 14th or so. And I only went to one LYS, my favorite, You and You. So you can peep the vlog from last year if you want a little sneak peek. But she has, Rachel of You and You has an awesome yarn store in Windsor, Connecticut. And she invites local Connecticut dyers and has like a big front parking lot. And she did like a little mini yarn fair, which just feels so nice to have any sort of fiber event going on anywhere. And she was the only yarn store that I know of in Connecticut. I think a couple others had like a pop-up trunk show type thing, but she had 4 local dyers. Again, you're going to go watch the other vlog because it's very exciting. But yeah, 4 local dyers, and I bought some things. Yeah, I love buying yarn in person. I'm not great at buying yarn online. And I've said before, like, I don't like, that's assigned to a project. The yellow's assigned to a project, and then that gray and green on the bottom is assigned to a project. That one's iffy. But I don't like having yarn that doesn't have a purpose. I'm not one for like randomly buying yarn if I'm not going to either design or make something with it in the near future. I'm not a big stash person. It stresses me out because I just look at it and I'm like, oh, that shelf's full of money. That's just me. If you have a massive stash, that's fantastic. But regardless of what kind of yarn you're buying or where you're buying it from, yarn's expensive. So I like to buy, in general, when I shop, it's very purposeful. So I like to shop with a purpose, but yarn events are few and far between at this point. And I like to support Connecticut dyers. Connecticut, there's a lot of gripes on my Connecticut list, but the local yarn talent is not a gripe. We have a lot, actually, for a tiny little state, a lot of talented Connecticut dyers, and 4 of them were at this event out in the parking lot with their little tents, and it was a chilly day, and they were there all day, God bless them. So yeah, I wanted to support them. So I got some stuff. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. Hey, where's my other, there he is. Sneak peek, and then you're going to go watch the vlog. So, first of all, these are, I think, assigned to a project, and do you see these? It's a rainbow mini skein set. Okay, go watch the vlog. The vlog's not going to be out till next week. I will link the old vlog, but the new vlog is coming the following week, just so you're not confused. So these are just sneak peeks. Some other mini skeins. Autumnal happiness. And then, oh my goodness, more rainbows, lava beads. Put the essential oils on your projects. How fun is that? And then these others from the other dyers. I don't know where, like, we'll put them over here. Okay, so that's your sneak peek. I'm not going to go into details. The blog will have all the dyers' informations and websites and colorways and all of that. I'm not going to link any of that in this video. So you're going to have to just stay tuned until next week for the LYS vlog. Put these back over here. They gonna crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. I know you want to see these again. Look at those. Look at it. I love them so much. This is probably going to be a fall design. Stay tuned. So yeah, that's LYS Day. At this point, the only thing left is to pick a giveaway winner. Truth be told, at the time I am recording this, I haven't picked the giveaway winner. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to random generate, random comment generator picker YouTube thingy. Pick a random person from the comments in episode 29. Thank you guys for sharing all of your favorite dyers and whatnot. Another thing that's on the agenda is I'm working on a collection, a resource, something of indie dyers that are great for crochet, and some other info surrounding that. So that is going to be coming hopefully this summer. Again, a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. So that's going to be coming. So thank you for sharing those with me. Some of the dyers I recognized and I was like, oh yeah, I love them too. And then there were some really new ones, which is really cool. Not that I need more yarn, but always awesome. So if you're looking for some cool indie dyer suggestions, go check out episode 29. But I'm going to magically pick a random winner. And what you're going to get, random winner, is you're going to get one of these. This wasn't in the original offer, but you're going to get get one of these Fiber and Fox stickers. And then you are also going to get these 2 stickers from Block 21 Prints, who, by the way, made my shirt. I show it off super awkwardly every time. It's got a crafty Rosie the Riveter, and I love her. And Block 21 Prints is another Connecticut local artist whom I love and adore. So one says, go forth with a graceful and generous spirit. I was reading that backwards through the sticker. And then love heals. And these are, again, really thick quality. Put them on your water bottle, put them through the dishwasher, put them on your car, put them on everything. Stickers, beautiful. Block 21 Prints, go check her out if you are a fan of stickers or t-shirts or awesome things. And then you're going to get a digital copy of the Dandelion Drops wall hanging. So I will either gift it to you on Ravelry or email it to you directly, whichever you prefer. So I will send that over to you. That is a pattern by me. And I will link the pattern drop video for you so you can familiarize yourself. And then also skeins of the yarn that I originally used to design the pattern. The yarn is discontinued. The line of yarn is still available, but this color is not. So I had some excess and I figured other than destashing it, giving it away to you guys was a great option. So you will be able to make a OG Dandelion Drops wall hanging with some coordinating stickers and a Fiber and Fox sticker and a pattern, and yeah, it'll be fun. So the winner is, dun, 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 it's on screen now, you can see it, but I don't know who it is, so I'm not gonna say. So that's the winner. You there on the screen. If you're the winner, please email me at contact@fiberandfox.com. Email's listed down below. Or DM me on Instagram, fiber.and.fox. And let me know that you saw this, that you're the winner, and I'm going to just need like shipping information from you, and I'll get that stuff sent out to you. Oh, and your email so I can send you the pattern. Basically, email me and we'll chat and we'll sort it out. It was US only, so if I draw somebody that's not in the US, we're going to have to chat, and I'll cover shipping to the US, and if it's outside, we'll talk and figure it out, and I'll either redraw or we'll figure it out. So I'm going to give the person who's on screen winner until episode 31 to get in contact with me, and if I don't hear from you by then, I will redraw. So thank you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the little giveaway, and I can't wait to see you person winner on the screen. Tag me in your finished Dandelion Drops. And for the rest of you, anytime you're making my patterns, I really appreciate it if you tag me, if you put up project pages, if you use the hashtags, all of that. I love seeing you guys actually make my patterns. Pattern sales are awesome, but there's something way cooler about like seeing, somebody said a really good quote about it the other day about creativity like coming to life in other people's hands, and I cannot remember what it was. I should have written it down because I loved it so much. I don't even think it was in relation to yarn. I don't remember, but yeah, I love seeing your creativity and my creativity come together, and that was a horrible come together. There we go. Come together and make something super awesome. So thank you. It's the best part of pattern designing. And yeah, I will catch you guys in episode 31. Thank you so much for being here, and have a fantastic week. Thanks, guys. Look out for that LYS vlog.